Knowing whether or not someone likes you will be difficult. If you're afraid to ask them, there are a couple of belongings you can look out for which will be signs the opposite person is into you. Method 1. Watching body language. 1. Understand body language. 93% of all communication is nonverbal. This is weakened to their tone of voice, face, body, and eventually their words. Men and ladies share some sorts of visual communication, but even have specific subconscious signals they'll give off if they suggest you. To detect a woman's signals. Women are capable of over 50 signals conveyed through visual communication. While not all of those are going to be ready to be detected, there are a couple of recognizable quirks you will find. Some of the larger indicators to seem for on a date or in conversation is: she'll pull up her sleeves and expose her wrist. This is an honest signal, and most girls are unaware that they are doing this. This exposes one among the more tender and sensitive parts of the body. She will attempt to close the space between you and how. This can be wiped out some ways, like moving her drink or menu closer to you. She'll find a way to touch you. Some women will do this smoothly. For example, she says, "Come here," and she'll show you an app on her phone. Then when you're near, your bodies may touch. 3. Detect a man's signals. Men are less equipped with a variety in visual communication. One signal to observe out for is when the guy pushes his shoulders back and directs his breath to his chest. Another strange one is when a man puts his fingers through his belt loop, sort of a cowboy. 4. Watch for eye contact. Eye contact is the universal visual communication clue which will communicate such a lot. Both men and ladies will use eye contact once they like someone. Try to not hold contact for too long, alternatively you would possibly ruin the mystique around it. The biggest divulge is that if they appear at you and you both hold eye contact for a flash and suddenly look. Method 2. Detecting friends' feelings. 1. Realize friends can become more than friends. This is often a standard pattern to occur. People oftentimes think they're only friends, while one among them develops intense feelings for the opposite. 2. Watch for a few clear signs. Here are some signs that a lover has fallen for you. Touching your shoulders and ask for hugs. Offering their sweater or coat during a chivalrous way. Making jokes about the person you are dating. Inviting you over more often. Kissing you on the cheek or posing for kisses on the cheek. Asking who you like a lot. 3. Watch for insecurities. This may accompany all kinds of attraction, but it especially happens during a friend dynamic. They might check your reactions to things consistently. For example, they'll check out you to a certain if you laugh once they make a joke. Be careful if you hear them talk about insecurities in their appearance. They might be self-deprecating and compare themselves to someone you discover attractive. 4. Have a talk. If you discover that you simply actually like them, then that's great and you ought to tell them. If, on the other hand, you just want to be friends, you'll need to be careful. Honesty is the best policy. Don't tiptoe around the elephant in the room. Be upfront about the way you are feeling and the way much you appreciate your friendship. Method 3. Knowing the shy and awkward type. 1. Identify the shy type. This sort isn't getting to be hospitable you and admit they suggest you. These are the type of individuals who occasionally make chit-chat with you. You would possibly even catch them watching you once during a while. Usually these sorts of people don't date often. Once they do, they have a tendency to carry on to a relationship for a short time. You can usually tell this sort by the way they act around their friends as compared to being around crushes. 2. Search for signs that they such as you. These people aren't being deliberately shy. Some people don't have the maximum amount confidence. You shouldn't dismiss them due to it. A shy or awkward person might show you they such as you when they say hey occasionally, but say it quietly where you'll hardly understand them. They might blush once you ask them or touch them. You catch them watching you. If they shy away once they noticed you were looking at them, they were watching you. They may ask you for assistance on things they already know the solution to. 3. Notice if they appear for attention. Someone who likes you will do something to possess you. Notice them. Watch if they talk louder when you're nearby, or starts laughing with their friends when you're around. They may not ask you on a social website, but they'll like a bunch of belongings you do online. 4. Realize that some people are scared of rejection. Some people will do almost nothing to point out you they such as you because they were scared of rejection and heartbreak. This happens often with younger people that haven't realized rejection is a component of life. 5. Await signs. Albeit this sort of person won't be too obvious, there are still clues to inform they such as you. Concentrate for the subsequent signals. Bumping into you slightly just to be ready to touch you. Taking the seat beside you albeit there are other choices. If they were brave, they could even inch closer to you over time. Being the primary to note once you are sad or upset since they concentrate to you. Method 4. Spotting the blatant crush. 1. Know the sort. Some people don't put up with the "do they like you" game, and go straight for the punch. Some people just aren't shy at all. This sort could be the player who is simply good at saying belongings you want to listen to. 8. Be suspicious of this sort if they pull out a stock of devour lines and you are feeling them trying to control you. 2. Spot signs. Whether or not you would like them to love you, you would like to handle it with respect. Nobody likes a jerk. Here are some signals that they like you. They constantly ask you to the purpose where it's on the border of being annoying. They blush at the littlest belongings you do or tell them. You catch them watching you then smiling or making a funny face once you notice. They show no fear of starting a conversation. They might ask you to hold out and or offer you their number. 3. Decide who'll make a move. Never feel the necessity to attend around if you wish someone. Expecting the opposite person to ask you out is overrated. Cash in of the life you're given. Invite them out for coffee or to travel, catch a movie. If you're not interested and you recognize they such as you, don't ignore them. Be open and honest about your feelings. Treat them with respect and don't lead them on.